If you're not eating enough protein, if most of your diet consists of foods that have a low protein percentage, you're always going to be hungry and you're always going to overeat. Now, let me explain to you why this is. Researchers have been trying to figure out, why do people overeat? Why is there such an obesity epidemic? And some researchers believe in this hypothesis. It's called the protein leverage hypothesis, which states that you are going to keep eating. You're going to keep on increasing your calories until you reach your protein requirement. So, for example, if most of your diet consists of foods that have a very low percentage of protein within them, such as, say, like carbohydrates like pasta, rice, say potatoes, things like that, and obviously junk and processed foods, which do have a little bit of protein in them, you're going to keep on eating these foods to meet your protein requirements. You're going to overeat. You're going to take in a tremendous amount of calories just to take in enough protein. See, protein is the most important macronutrient. The three macronutrients are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. See, proteins are the building blocks of your body, like your muscle, though, that's your protein, your connective tissue, right? Your bones need protein. Like when you're losing weight, you have to keep your protein up to maintain your muscle mass. Plus, protein is probably the most satisfying food you can eat. You eat protein, you're not hungry for a while, especially if you eat protein mixed with fiber. That's why I do want you to eat protein and vegetables. Protein is the key, in my opinion, to losing weight and maintaining an optimal weight. Now, it can be somewhat debatable how much protein you should eat. Like if you want to go by the RDA recommendations, which I think is way too low, they would recommend, I think, 0.89 grams per kilogram of body weight. So, for example, if you're 150 pounds, they want you eating 50, 60 grams of protein. I think that's way too little, especially if you're active, especially if you're older. I've studied all the research, and my opinion when it comes to taking enough protein is somewhere between 0.9 grams to maybe 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight. So, for example, if you're 150 pounds, let's say you're 20% body fat. So you have 30 pounds of body fat, 120 pounds of lean mass in your body. You want at least 110, 150, 120 grams of protein, in my opinion, to not overeat, to keep you satisfied, to keep your muscle mass on your body, to keep your bones strong. Another general rule is every 4 ounces of chicken, fish, or meat is about 25 grams of protein. So you do want to eat like poultry, right? You want to eat meat. You want to eat fish, shellfish. You want to eat eggs. You want to eat dairy. This should be what you should be prioritizing, in my opinion, when it comes to eating healthy. And like, let's say if you're a vegetarian, you got to really focus on the eggs, and you focus on like the Greek yogurt, which is high in protein. I mean, you may even want to supplement your diet with some vegetarian protein powders like pea protein or hemp seed protein. Those are both complete proteins. Now, if you're a vegan, you really, in my opinion, have to supplement your diet with either hemp seed protein or pea protein. You might even want to do it with almost every meal. Now, let me give you some specific meal examples of what I think is like the ideal diet prioritizing protein. Let's talk about breakfast. To me, you can't go wrong with eggs. You have 2 or 3 hard-boiled eggs. Every egg, depending upon how big it is, could be 6 to 8 grams of protein. Say you have 3 hard-boiled eggs, you're getting 20 to 25 grams of protein right there. Now, you also want to take in some fiber. Say you have half an avocado with 2 or 3 hard-boiled eggs. And if you want to have some fun, you throw a handful of like blueberries or strawberries in with your breakfast. That's like an ideal breakfast. Another great breakfast is, say, a Greek yogurt. Like those cups, those little containers of Greek yogurt. I would say definitely go with plain. You don't want the sugar. Get a plain Greek yogurt. It's about 100 calories, 15, 18 grams of protein. You can throw a scoop of ground flaxseed in there, get some omega-3s, get some fiber. You can also throw a few berries. To me, that's like, those are 2 like ideal breakfasts when you're prioritizing protein. Then when it comes to lunch, I love, one of my favorite things to have for lunch is like a can of sardines. A can of sardines, 25 to 30 grams of protein. You're getting the omega-3s, you're getting the connective tissue from the sardines, just an ideal thing with that can of sardines, maybe you want another half an avocado, a little fiber, healthy fats. Maybe you even want to have maybe half a sweet potato, which is not so bad as long as you're getting the protein along with it. You're prioritizing the protein. I also love to have fermented food. Maybe you want to have a little bit of sauerkraut with that. Another ideal lunch could be, you make yourself just a chopped meat, a little hamburger patty, maybe a 6-ounce hamburger patty, right? You have a little bit of broccoli, maybe have a small salad along with that. What you want to eliminate are like the breads, the rices, the empty calories, the low protein type foods. But I don't think it's all that bad as long as you're having some protein. If you want a little bit of rice, you want half a sweet potato, go right ahead. But that cannot be the only type of food you're eating. Let's say when it comes to dinner, you have a nice, say, 8-ounce piece of salmon. When it comes to dinner, I always say protein and then 2 different colored vegetables, because you want to eat a rainbow color of vegetables with different vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and you want the fiber. Have a nice 8-ounce piece of salmon. Maybe you have some string beans, cauliflower. Ideal dinner. Then maybe the next night you also have a couple of chicken breasts, right? You have some maybe you have broccoli that night, along with some red beets, 2 different colors. Ideal dinners. This is how you have to eat, even when it comes to snacking. When it comes to snacks, snack on some beef jerky. Snack on like a hard-boiled egg. Snack on maybe a can of tuna. Think protein, prioritize protein, and I think you'll be surprised. You're not going to be hungry. You're going to start dropping body fat so much quicker than you think. Plus, you're going to maintain your muscle mass. You're going to feel amazing. Now, if you want to learn more about how to get enough protein within your diet, check out this video. I think you're going to find it really helpful.